Broadcasting live from the Meridic Veolia Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and it is by far the biggest night of the season yet, because tonight the GNASH Cup can be won with a tie or a win. Ravenwood will capture the trophy for the fifth time in program history, the first time in 3 years, as they take on Christian, who are still looking to pull themselves out of the funk that they've been in for the last month or so. Coming in tonight on a 4-game losing streak. They've lost 5 of their last 6, and desperate times. This is their next to last game of the regular season. They are sitting in 9th place after having been in first for a lot of the regular season, or bouncing around at the very top. So it's a big game for them, and news that they don't want to hear. Let me just go over the scores from last Monday, January 12th. Franklin beat JP2 MLK GCS 8-1. Hendersonville beat Slauson, beat the Rutherford Rampage 7-5. Nolensville beat Ensworth Lipscomb CPA 2-1. Ravenwood beat Brentwood BA USN 5-1. Independent Centennial beat the Tennessee Outlaws 4-3. And Montgomery Bell beat Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 6-3. And then last Wednesday, Page Summit beat the Clarksville Kings 11-0. And Father Ryan beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon 9-0. And a game that should be approaching the finish, Nolensville against JP2 MLK GCS. If Nolensville hang on and win that game, then they would clinch a Preds Cup berth if Ravenwood beat Station Camp. And NBA, if Ravenwood beat Station Camp, would just need at least a tie against Mount Juliet to clinch a Preds Cup berth themselves. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that game between, it's gone final now. Nolensville have beaten JP2 MLK GCS 9-5. So let me punch that out on the score text alert system. So that means the most extreme scenario can't happen. If Nolensville had lost to JP2, Father Ryan, Ensworth, and NBA would have all clinched Preds Cup berths, and then with at least a tie against Ravenwood, Station Camp would have clinched the last Preds Cup berth, giving Nolensville the last Hein Cup spot, which would have meant both postseason tournament fields would be filled. That cannot happen now since Nolensville have beaten JP2. So let's go over the standings with that game in the books. Again, Ravenwood atop the table, 10-3-1. Again, they just need a tie to win the GNASH Cup tonight. Page Summit, Hendersonville, and Franklin all 9-3-2. Nolensville finished the regular season with a record of 8-4-3. They are currently 5th. But if NBA beat Mount Juliet, they will push Nolensville down at least one spot. Father Ryan in 6th at 9-5-0. NBA 8-3-2. Ensworth Lipscomb CPA now hanging on to the last Preds Cup spot, 8-5-1. Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 8-5-0. Independent Centennial 5-7-2. The Outlaws and JP2 MLK GCS both 4-8-2. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon 4-10-0. The Clarksville Kings 3-12-0. They finished the regular season last week. Brentwood BA USN 2-10-2. And the Rutherford Rampage 1-12-1. The Rampage will be the 8th seed for the Henry Hein Cup. They're 3 points behind Brentwood with 2 games to play. If Mount Juliet do not beat NBA, if that game ends in a tie or they lose, Mount Juliet will be the 5 seed for the Henry Hein Cup. Clarksville, of course, to finish the season, they can't pass Mount Juliet. And even if Brentwood beat Rutherford, whenever that game's going to take place, it's supposed to take place next Monday. I'm not sure when it's going to take place now. But Brentwood would finish the regular season with 8 points from 3 wins and 2 ties, and Mount Juliet already have 4 wins. So, yeah, Mount Juliet are guaranteed at least the 5 seed for the Hein Cup. So, Nolensville will beat JP2. We got this game coming up in a few minutes here on Rink B, and over on Rink A at 8:40, it's Mount Juliet taking on NBA. All right, let's talk about the two teams playing our featured game this evening. First up, Ravenwood, coached by James Gately. Again, 10-3-1 If they get at least a tie, they will win the GNASH Cup regular season championship. As we look over the results of their last 5 games coming into tonight, we got time for that. Actually, no. Their most recent game, they beat Brentwood BAUSN 5-1 a week ago Monday, January 12th. So let's go over their stats coming into tonight. Keaton Moffitt, the leading scorer, he's got 39 points from 20 goals and 19 assists. Jake Farrell, 29 points from 13 goals and 16 assists. Grady Fernand, 29 points from 14 goals and 13 assists. Brady Friedman, 18 points from 2 goals and 16 assists. Cannon Kaiser, 12 points from 5 goals and 7 assists. Oliver Lutz, 11 points from 5 goals and 6 assists. Cooper Friedman, 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Luke from 5 goals and 4 assists. Anthony Maltese, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Timo Holland back tonight after being suspended for that Brentwood game. No, actually, he was suspended for the Ensworth game. He got back in the lineup last week. So forget what I said there. He's got 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Robert Longard and Ryan Spivey each with 3 points from assist. Ian Murray, 2 points from goals. Lucas O'Leary, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Luke Pierce, 2 points from assist. Campbell Lutz and Aryan Patnaik each with a point for goal. Camden Greenspan and Reese McKenzie each with a point from an assist. Let's go on to goalie play. Colin Gower has played in 6 games. All of those were starts. His record 4-2-0. He's played 250 minutes. Goals against average of 2.52. 1 shutout. He's allowed 15 goals on 103 shots. Turned away the other 88. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .854. Reese McKenzie has played in 8 games. All of those were starts. Her record 6-1-1. She's played 334 minutes. Goals against average of 3.02. No shutouts. She's allowed 24 goals on 181 shots. Turned away the other 157. Her save percentage in the regular season so far is, no, wait a minute. Yeah, 57. 157. Her save percentage in the regular season so far is .867. Let's move on to Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian, coached by Keith Grooms. We all know the story. Started off the season with a perfect 7-0-0 record, suffered their first loss of the season against Mount Juliet, bounced back with a win against Father Ryan, but since then, it's all fallen apart. They've lost 4 in a row, 5 of their last 6. Their most recent game, a 6-3 loss to MBA back on January 12th, a week ago Monday. So let's look at their stats coming into tonight. Tobin Mahaffey, the leading scorer, 19 points from 9 goals and 10 assists. Dom DeMaria, 17 points from 11 goals and 6 assists. McLean Gregory, 13 points from 7 goals and 6 assists. Andrew Grooms, 12 points from 5 goals and 7 assists. Merritt Freeman, 11 points from 8 goals and 3 assists. Tommy Siciliano, 10 points from 2 goals and 8 assists. Gavin Cole, 5 points from assists. Mikey Bernier, 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Josh Pepper, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Bryant Waddell, 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Patrick Atmore, a point from a goal. And Dane Kramer has a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Britton Watson has played in 4 games. All of those were starts. His record 2-2-0. He's played 162 minutes, goals against average of 2.33. No shutouts. He's allowed 9 goals and 79 shots, turned away the other 70. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .886. And Carter Galeese has played in 10 games. 9 of those were starts. His record 6-3-0. He's played 381 minutes, goals against average of 2.98. 1 shutout. He's allowed 27 goals on 26 assists. He's allowed 27 goals on 226 shots. Turned away the other 199. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .881. Now, if Ravenwood lose this game, then there's a very good chance of there being a 4-way tie at the top. If Ravenwood win this game, they finish the regular season 11-3-1. But if they lose, they finish 2-4-1. And then if Hendersonville, Page, Franklin, and NBA all won their one remaining game, it would be a 4-way tie at the top, 10-3-2. Page would win on head-to-head. They would win on head-to-head. Yeah, it would still come down to head-to-head in that case. Because they beat Hendersonville, tied with Ravenwood and Franklin, lost to MBA. Hendersonville beat MBA and Franklin, but lost to Ravenwood and Page. MBA beat Page, tied Franklin, lost to Ravenwood and Hendersonville, and then Franklin tied Page and MBA, lost to Ravenwood and Hendersonville. So that's how that would go. All right, we are ready to go for the start of this one. Colin Gower going to start in goal for Ravenwood. Britton Watson going to start in goal for Station Camp. For this first period, Ravenwood will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. I am standing behind and to the right of the net that Station Camp will defend for this first period. The benches side, which is to my right, is the near side. Bleacher side to my left is the far side. As this game is underway, puck out at center, and McLean Gregory brings it into the Ravenwood zone. Tried to pass across to I think it's Thomas Siciliano. Nah, Tommy's smaller than. And here's a shot inside the Station Camp zone. It had to be blocked away. That was Toby Mahaffey he took it away from. And here's a shot in the bottom right circle, turned away by Watson. Now Keaton Moffitt passing the puck out to the right point. Comes back down to Moffitt. Puck fired off the board, stays in the zone. Carried down the left wing by Cannon Kaiser. Passes back up to the top of the left circle, but off the stick of Moffitt through his legs, carrying the puck through center, back into the Ravenwood zone. Net the Station Camp net kind of became dislodged. Britton Watson pulling it back into place as Ravenwood take the puck inside their own zone and bring it out to center. Now it's back in the Station Camp end to the right wing corner. Bryant Waddell backhands it around the boards to the near side. And it's cleared out by Andrew Grooms. No, it's not. It was held in at the left point. And then another clearing attempt was held in at the left point. Now Grooms finally carries it out to center. But then he has it stolen. And it is dumped back into the Station Camp zone. Puck on the far boards. Oliver Lutz. Backhanded up to the right point. And they tried to go across, but it went out to center. Brady Friedman will pick it up. Friedman. Friedman skating around. Tried to pass it down the far side, but nobody in a black sweater there, and it goes for an icing, and that's the first stoppage of play after 1:47 seconds. So Ravenwood showing their teeth early. Draw to the left of Gower. And the draw is won by Ravenwood and cleared down the near side into the Station Camp zone. Dom Reitz passing it ahead to Gracie Clark. Went off her stick, stayed in the zone. McLean Gregory with it now, and he'll carry it out. Oh, but he gives it away. Taken back by the Bison. Mahaffey to Mikey Bernier. Pass back across to Dom Reitz. This is all taking place inside the Station Camp zone. And now the Bison get the puck out, and it is in the Ravenwood end. Toby Mahaffey trying to backhand it down in front. Nobody in a white sweater there. Puck flipped all the way through the air, through center, into the Station Camp zone, and it goes for an icing. Dom Reitz unable to catch up to it. Oliver Lutz was right behind him. 11:27 to go in the first. And we're still looking for the game's first goal. Not heard anything yet on Monday's games. Of course, there's the winter storm that's supposed to come through. Maybe we'll get lucky and the line will move so far north that it will just get cold rain. I'd love for that. Draw was to the left of Gower. Won by Ravenwood. They bring it into the Station Camp zone. And now Merritt Freeman brings it out to center. Trying to send it up the near side for Andrew Grooms. Puck went off the boards and deep into the Ravenwood zone for an icing. Draw is going to be to Watson's left. Draw one by Ravenwood. A shot just missed the net to the right of Watson. That was Keaton Moffitt taking the shot. The bottom of the right circle. Merritt Freeman's clearing attempt was held in at the right point, and another clearing attempt held in at the right point. Then it comes back to Freeman. He clears it out to center this time, but right to a Ravenwood stick. Ravenwood wearing those black sweaters with the charcoal numbers. And again, it's hard to see those, especially when you're at ice level. Puck out in front of backhander, stopped by Watson. It was a great chance for Camden Greenspan in the slot. Got off a backhander, but right into Watson's glove. And it stays 0-0 with 10:44 to go in the first. Draw's going to be to Watson's right this time. Won by Station Camp. Mikey Bernier behind his own net. Oh, tried to pass it up ice. It went off of Ryan Spivey. Bernier regains control of the puck. Bryant Waddell banks it off the near boards and out to center. Here's Toby Mahaffey trying to carry it back into the Ravenwood zone, but was knocked off his stick. Picked up by McLean Gregory, who brought it in after Mahaffey had gone over the blue line. So offside called against the Bison. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the Ravenwood bench. Puck ends up in the Ravenwood zone off the draw. Raptors have it. On out to center for a moment. Sent back in by Station Camp. Here's Bryant Waddell at center now, having the puck knocked off his stick by, I think it's Jake Farrell. Puck ends up back inside the Ravenwood zone at the end boards. They try to clear it out. Held in Waddell from the left point. Fires it across the front of the net. Mikey Bernier with a one-timer from the right point is blocked. And Ravenwood with a puck at center. Brought back into the Station Camp zone and tried to back in a pass to the slot for Grady Fernand. Couldn't get a stick on it. That was Farrell. Correction, that was Aryan Patnaik. Puck ends up back in the Station Camp zone, but Grady Fernand thought somebody was at the left point. They were not. Oliver Lutz plays it at center. Dump back into the Station Camp zone from the far side. Mikey Bernier banking it off the near boards. Held in at the left point. Pass down the wall. Cooper Friedman sending it into the left wing corner. Waddell getting to it. Now Robert Longard sending it around to the far side. Carried around the back of the net by Anthony Maltese. Passing up to the left point. Nobody's there. Now it's a foot race. Andrew Grooms catches up to the puck in the Ravenwood zone. Gets off a backhander from the bottom of the right circle. Turned away by Gower. Big save by Gower. First shot on goal of the game for Station Camp as Ravenwood dumped the puck back into the Bison zone. Gavin Cole. Andrew Grooms tried to clear it out at the far side. It was held in at the right point. Maltese pushed into the boards on the far side. Puck was sitting on top of the dasher. Had to be whacked off. And now a clearing attempt. Another clearing attempt by Station Camp. Held in at the right point by Anthony Maltese. Puck taken away by Merritt Freeman. He'll bring it to center. It's brought down, but no. A linesman's arm went up in the air for an offside warning against Station Camp. Now there's going to be a penalty against Ravenwood. Britton Watson heading to the bench for the extra attacker. It's roughing. And who is the penalty against? I didn't see who went. Again, I can't read those numbers from here, those Ravenwood charcoal numbers. It's Keaton Moffitt. Oh, that's a big player being off the ice for Ravenwood. So Station Camp getting the first power play of the game. No goals on the board. 8:11 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the right of Colin Gower. And referee blowing whistle, I think, at the way that the takers are lined up. Or do Ravenwood have too many guys? Ravenwood player on the ice talking with one of the linesmen in front of the bench. And now the referee goes over there to chat with James Gately and the assistant coach, Dakota Davis. Man, it's weird that Dakota Davis, who played for Centennial in the Mark Lane days, is the Ravenwood assistant coach. Well, I guess they disagreed on who should be out there for Ravenwood. As play is finally back underway. Draw one by Station Camp. Puck drifting across the front of the Ravenwood net. Raptors come up with it and clear it out. Picked up inside the Station Camp zone on the far side by Merritt Freeman. Freeman carries to center. Back into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Gets off a shot. Stopped and covered up by Gower. Draw's going to be to Gower's left. One by Station Camp, and a shot from Andrew Grooms going to be fought off by Gower. Puck on the far side, and the Raptors will bring it out to center. Into the Station Camp zone on the right wing. There's a shot blocked. It was Jake Farrell with a shot blocked by a back checker. I think it may have been Grooms. Now Merritt Freeman with a puck for Station Camp. He'll bring it through center. Into the Ravenwood zone. Carries it over to the left circle. Gets off a shot kicked away by Gower. Puck over on the near side. Raptors try to clear it out. Held it on the left point by Grooms. He'll go back to center. Under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp. There's a steal inside the Station Camp zone, and a shot stopped by Watson with a right leg pad. Grady Fernand stole the puck from Andrew Grooms and took a shot that went off of Watson's right leg pad. Big save by him as Fernand forced a shorthanded chance. Puck over on the near side of the Ravenwood zone. Mikey Bernier sending it around the kick plate. Comes back to Bernier. Blue line one-timer stopped by Gower. Trying to put it out in front is Dom DeMaria. 20 seconds left of the man advantage for Station Camp. And the puck cleared down the ice by Ravenwood. Watson out of his net to play it. Stops it and hands it off to Bernier. Bernier passing it up the far side. DeMaria at center leaves it for Mahaffey. Mahaffey, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone, gets off a shot, gloved and held on to by Gower. 3 seconds left in the power play. 6:14 to go in the first. Still zip. But Station Camp, they haven't put the puck in the net, but a very decent power play so far. And unsurprising over on Rink A, NBA already out over Mount Juliet. 2 goals within the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the game. Jack Boyett starting in goal for Mount Juliet. Unfortunately, no surprise there. Sorry, Jack. Draw was to Gower's right. It's in the zone. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up. They're back at even strength. And it'll be carried to center. Brought into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. There's a shot stopped and held onto by Watson. Oliver Lutz shooting from the left faceoff dot. Draw is to the right of Watson. One by Ravenwood. Station Camp trying to get it out of the zone. McLean Gregory tried to clear it out, held into the blue line. Puck dumped into the right wing corner. Andrew Grooms will get to it, and he'll clear it out on the far side for an icing. 5:33 to go on the first. Still no goals on the board. Draw be to Watson's left. One by Station Camp. Ravenwood trying to get to it. Toby Mahaffey tried to clear it out, held it to the blue line at the right point. Shot from the top of the right circle, blocked. Puck coming around the boards to the near side. And Ian Murray gives it away to Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey out at center, passes it over to Gregory. Gregory banks it off the far boards into the Ravenwood zone deep. Raptors with the puck on the near side, but it's taken by Patrick Atmore, and he fires it across the front of the net from just above the right wing corner. Now the puck out at center. Here's Grady Fernand. Handing it off, and it is sent into the station camp zone, but right to the stick of Gregory, who flips it through the air and out to center. Then the puck trickles right back over the station camp blue line, back into their zone. Gregory with it again, banks it off the far glass, held in at the right point. Pass down the right wing, Moffitt, bottom of the right circle, try to pass the slot, but Murray, I think, was tied up with a station camp player. Merritt Freeman battling away with Grady Fernand, tried to clear the puck out, held in at the left point, and a shot misses the net to the left of Watson. Puck out on the far boards. Andrew Grooms battling Freeman, trying to dig it out. Far boards at the right point. Now the puck chipped down into the right wing corner. Dom Reitz gets to it, softly banks it off the far kick plate. Stolen by Ravenwood, and the shot ends up going behind the net. That was Lucas Voiles taking that shot from the right wing boards. Now the puck out at center. Station camp making some changes. Ravenwood trying to take advantage and get it back into the station camp zone. They're forced to retreat from the blue line. Now they bring it back in on the left wing side. Oh, nice move. Jake Farrell to the net, shot, score! Farrell with a nice move around Gavin Cole in the back check. Carries it to the bottom of the left circle and fires it into the roof of the net to give Ravenwood a 1-0 lead with 3:36 to go in the first. Of course it'd be the captain. If not Keaton Moffitt, then the captain. Ravenwood. Well, station camp won the draw. Gavin Cole just got the puck out of his own zone. Now it's brought back in on the left wing side by Timo Holland. Now there's Keaton Moffitt putting it out in front, and a backhander off of Watson's right leg pad. That was Farrell. Terrific save by Watson there. Could have been 2-0 very quickly. Moffitt kicking the puck loose. Carrying it out towards the blue line. Now goes to the slot. Gets off a backhander. Misses the net to the right of Watson. And then Farrell tried an on-angle shot that rolled up the right-hand side of the outside netting. And up. Dom DeMario with a hit at the left point. Knocked Holland to his knees, and he's going to go to the box for it. And it's going to be roughing against DeMario. And he apologizes to Holland. They fist bump, so it's all good between them. So roughing the call. Ravenwood getting their first power play of the game, up 1-0 with 2:46 to go in the first. Draw to the right of Watson, won by Ravenwood. Sent to the front of the net, off of Watson. Here's a shot in the bottom right circle, turned away by Watson, and the rebound cleared out of the crease by Toby Mahaffey. That was Cannon Kaiser taking the shot from the bottom of the right circle. Now the puck brought back in by Brady Friedman on the left wing side. He's at the left point. Tried to pass cross, went off of McLean Gregory. Still gets to Kaiser. Hands it back to Friedman, who now moves over to the right point. Passes to the bottom of the right circle, and shanking on the shot. Bottom of the left circle, and shanking on the shot was Grady Fernand. Didn't get a lot of wood on it. Shanked it past the net to the right of Watson. Friedman out at the blue line. Backhands it over to Kaiser. Kaiser passes down bottom of the right circle. Moffitt wanted to put it out in front. Nice block. Pass block by Merritt Freeman. And Friedman and Moffitt get tied up. They both fall over. Here's Farrell on the near side. Under a minute left in the power play for Ravenwood now. Top of the right circle. Kaiser fires it past the net to the right of Watson. Here's Fernand on the left point. Fernand passes across to the right point. Friedman a shot. I think it was blocked in front. I think it may have hit Moffitt. Moffitt behind the net. Now Farrell. Now Moffitt left wing corner. Moffitt wanted to put it out in front. Wasn't exactly watching. Put it right under the stick of Bryant Waddell. 30 seconds left in the power play for Ravenwood. Here's Farrell with a shot. Sends it through the top of the crease from the bottom of the left circle. Held into the right point. Kaiser, top of the right circle. Shot hit Moffitt in front. Fernand holds it in. Moffitt felt that when he's bent over, and he skates away from the front of the net. We're inside the final minute of the first now. Puck taken away by Mahaffey. He'll fire it around the boards. Where on earth did it go? It ended up hitting the skates of a Ravenwood player standing at the left point and ended up in the station camp bench. No, they're going to say it went bench on its own. 4 seconds left in the power play. 50.7 seconds to go in the first. Still 1-0 Ravenwood. Draws to the right of Watson. Won by Station Camp. Puck banked off the end glass. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. And Gavin Colin's up icing the puck from his own zone as it was now 5-on-5. Draw be to the left of Watson. Won by Ravenwood. Puck out in front and a shot from the slot off the left leg pad of Watson. Off the toe was Robert Longard with a shot. And Gavin Cole's going to end up icing the puck again as we hit 30 seconds, 30.5 to be exact, to go in the period. Draw be to Watson's left again. If this score holds up, Nolensville will clinch a Predators Cup berth. And then NBA would just need to tie Mount Juliet to clinch one themselves. Draw one by Ravenwood. Puck at the right point. And a shot. Forced Watson to stand up and knock it down with his right arm. Here's Dom DeMaria clearing the puck. Nope. Clearing attempt went off a Ravenwood stick and across to the far side. Gavin Cole passing it up ice. Andrew Grooms with a shot from the left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. It was blocked. Puck cleared down ice. This might be an icing. Yes. With 1.6 seconds to go in the period, and Ravenwood up 1-0. Draw is going to be to the right of Colin Gower. And takers fall over. Andrew Grooms was one of them. Takers fall over, and time runs out in the first. Well, Jake Farrell with a goal with just over, I think, 3.5 minutes left. And that is the only goal so far of this one. Ravenwood leading Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 1-0 after one. I'll be back in a few seconds with the start of the second. But if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, we're going to go ahead and take you to the start of the second period. Ready to start the second period of this one. Britton Watson still in goal for Station Camp. Colin Gower is still in goal for Ravenwood for this second period. Station Camp will carry the puck towards me. Ravenwood will carry it away from me. Again, I am standing behind and to the right of the net that Ravenwood will defend for this second period. The benches side, which is to my right, is the near side. Bleacher side to my left is the far side. Jake Farrell with the only goal of the game so far. As play is underway for the second, Toby Mahaffey with a puck for Station Camp. He brings it into the Ravenwood zone, but coughs it up. Brady Friedman with it, and he'll flip it through the air. Oh, and it just cleared the light. I thought it was going to hit one of the lights up there. It did not. Now the puck is all the way back down in the Station Camp zone. Comes up to the left point, held in by Luke Pete. Shot in the right circle, score! There's a pass across. I think it may be Keaton Moffitt. There's a pass across from the right face-off dot. And the goal scorer was hanging out at the right-hand side of the net to tap it in. Yes, that was Keaton Moffitt with a goal, so it's 2-0 Ravenwood. Takes him just 39 seconds to go up 2-0. Need to see who they've given that assist to. I'm not sure who that was. The centering pass. Puck in the Station Camp zone. behind the net. And the Bison are going to end up icing it. Saying it was Brady Friedman with the primary assist. Draw is to the left of Britton Watson. Won by Ravenwood. Shot in the right point over the net. That was Brady Friedman taking it. Puck was out at center, dumped back in by Luke Pierce. Bison with it. Now here's Merritt Freeman, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Shot in the top of the left circle. Gloved and held on to by Colin Gower. 12:30 to go in the second. 2-0 Ravenwood. Here our station camp up. Toby Mahavy tried to drop the puck back to McLean Gregory. It was too far back. Gregory now inside his own zone with a puck. Banking it off the near boards. Bryant Waddell at center. Moves to the far side. Now it's dumped back into the Ravenwood zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Fired around the wall by Cannon Kaiser and all the way down into the station camp end for an icing. 11:43 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Ravenwood. Always to the left of Gower. One by Station Cam and a shot to be turned away. Ravenwood clear the puck out on the far side. Here's Bryant Waddell at center. Passing across to Dane Kramer. Oh, and then he gives it away inside his own zone. It's dropped back and a shot. Oh, just missed the net. It was Fernand with a shot. I think Watson got a piece of it as it went past the net to his right. Station Camp clear the puck into the Ravenwood zone. It's going to be caught up to by Anthony Maltese, so no icing. Puck out at center. Now Ryan Spivey brings it back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Is it taken away? Here's Andrew Grooms. Brings it back into the Ravenwood zone. No, it's Dom DeMaria, excuse me. And getting in front of him was Cannon Kaiser, forcing him to cough up the puck. Now the puck on the near side, Ariane Potnaik. Passing ahead to Grady Fernand. Fernand out at center. Into the Station Camp zone. The puck tapped away on the back check by Gavin Cole. And now the puck sent to the front of the net from the left point, but intercepted by Cole, who falls over at his own inboards. Put out in front of the shot. Stopped point blank by Watson. I think that may have been Potnaik, and then the puck came out to the blue line, and a shot through traffic stopped and covered up by Watson. That was from Lucas O'Leary. 10:08 to go in the second. 2-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to the left of Watson. Colin Gower wanted a drink of water, but had to keep his eyes on the face-off down at the other end. Station Camp win it. They bring it out to center. And it's stolen from McLean Gregory and dumped back into the station camp zone by Lucas O'Leary. Bison with a puck. Sent down the far side, up, and it's going to go for an icing. Trying to pass it ahead to Toby Mahaffey, but it went past him all the way down. I think that was Merritt Freeman on the pass. Draw is going to be to the right of Watson. Puck fired around the wall by Mikey Bernier. Held in at the left point by Timo Holland. Now the puck out in front, the shot, score! I think it's Watson again. Puck was put out in front from the left wing corner and fired into the back of the net. And yes, it was Watson again. Second goal of the period and of the game. 4 minutes exactly after his first goal. It's now 3-0 Ravenwood with 9:21 to go in the second. And that Ravenwood offense starting to pick up. Puck deep in the Ravenwood zone. Brady Friedman with it. Friedman out to center. Trying to pass it ahead to Grady Fernan. It missed him. But icing was waved off. Puck cleared out by Station Camp. Lucas Voiles, now Brady Friedman banking it off the far boards, but comes right back to him. He'll bank it off the far boards again. Now it ends up back in the Ravenwood zone. And it'll be cleared out by Friedman again. Ryan Waddell has it taken away inside his own zone. Moffitt sending it to the end boards. Comes back to Moffitt. Bottom of the left circle. Send it across the front of the net. And now the puck out at center. Andrew Grooms brings it back into the Ravenwood zone. Is it taken away on the left wing side? Moffitt passing it off to Lucas Voiles, who had it go off his stick and out. Friedman picks it up, backhands it over to Moffitt. Moffitt right wing side of the station camp zone. Now Friedman with a shot from the right circle. Stopped by Watson. He's sitting on it in the crease. 7:59 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. You know, back around Thanksgiving when Station Camp had a perfect record and Ravenwood were right with them. It was Ravenwood in first by 1 point over Station Camp. You would have thought this game would have decided the GNASH Cup for either team, but Station Camp can't win it. They can spoil it for Ravenwood, though. If they come back and win this game, Ravenwood very likely won't win it. It'll be one of Page, Franklin, Hendersonville, or MBA. Here's Gavin Cole. Sending it into the Ravenwood zone, cleared out by Cannon Kaiser. Now the puck back in the right wing corner of the Station Camp zone. Cole passing it ahead to Dom Namaria. Correction, Toby Mahaffey. Now it's in the Ravenwood zone. Cannon Kaiser banks it off the far glass. Picked up by Mikey Bates. He'll bring it back into the Ravenwood zone. Top of the left circle shot. Hit Luke Pierce. Anthony Maltese in the back check. Now Mahaffey trying to put it out in front of the Ravenwood net. Stolen by Kaiser. Banks it off the far boards. Near boards. And out to center. Oliver Lutz now brings it into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Passes across, but it did not get to the stick of, I'm not sure who that was. Again, those Ravenwood numbers hard to read from here. When they're all the way down at the other end of the ice, it was Cooper Friedman because he's playing the puck now at center. Now Jake Farrell gives it away. Now it's sent back into the Ravenwood zone, but right to Maltese. Passes over to the far side, was held in at the left point and sent down low by McLean Gregory. Now Maltese again. Passing it up the near side and out. Got knocked into the boards by Patrick Atmore, but did his job and cleared the puck. Gavin Cole sending it back into the Ravenwood zone. Went off the stick of McLean Gregory on its way in, so icing waved off. Station Camp went to the bench for a change. Merritt Freeman with a shot from the bottom of the left circle, off a Ravenwood stick into the netting above the glass. 6:12 to go in the second, still 3-0 Ravenwood. He's now 6-1 NBA over Mount Juliet over on Rink A. So, yeah, Mount Juliet aren't winning that one. Draw is going to be to the right of Gower. Now here is Ravenwood, or here are Ravenwood inside the station camp zone, and a shot fired past the net to the left of Britton Watson. Raptors with the puck again. Puck was put out in front. Nobody in a black sweater could get to it. Here's Merritt Freeman through center, back into the Ravenwood zone, top of the right circle. Moving across. He got pulled down by Aryan Patnaik as he was moving across. Patnaik pulled him down with a stick. So it'll be a hooking call. Station camp back to the power play, down 3-0 with 5:22 to go in the second. Draws to the right of Gower. Won by Station Camp. Dom DeMaria. Inside the top of the left circle. Passes down to Toby Mahaffey at the inboard. Started back in and out in front. Stolen by Keaton Moffitt. Passes ahead to Grady Fernan. Fernan out at center. Into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Takes a shot over the net. I think it may have gone off the stick of Merritt Freeman, who was on the back check there. Mahaffey. Side his own zone. Passes to the near side at center. DeMaria goes back across to McLean Gregory. Gregory will dump it into the Ravenwood zone. To the end boards, Brady Friedman. Banks it off the near boards, but it's stolen by Toby Mahaffey, and his shot from the high slot kicked away by Gower with a right leg pad. Here's Andrew Grooms. Passing it over to DeMaria. DeMaria left circle of shots. Shouldered away by Gower. Right shouldered away by Gower, and the puck cleared by Brady Friedman. Puck on the end boards. Merritt Freeman with it behind his own net. Minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Puck carried to center by McLean Gregory. Handed off to Bryant Waddell, who gives it back to Gregory, and then Gregory has it stolen by Brady Friedman, who clears it. Station Camp with it in their own zone. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Bison. Mikey Bernier at center. Dumps it into the Ravenwood zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Luke Pierce beats Bryant Waddell to it. Toby Mahaffey brought down. No arms in the air. A shot from Dom DeMaria. Left point went off a stick and over the net. Now Toby Mahaffey trying to wrap around. Stop. Rebound. Stop point blank by Gower, and he's got it covered. And we got a tussle at the right-hand side of the net. Mahaffey's wraparound went off the right leg pad of Gower. Bounced out to the slot. Came to McLean Gregory, and his shot went into the chest of Gower, the high chest, the upper chest. And he covered it up. 7 seconds left in the power play. 3:29 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. If Ravenwood hold on, they will win the GNASH Cup. They'll win the GNASH Cup even if Station Camp come back and force a 3-3 tie. Is the GNASH Cup in the building tonight? Is it here? Did Kevin Hagan bring it? I mean, they had to have looked at the standings and done the math. Keith Grooms wants an explanation as to why that hit on Toby Mahaffey wasn't called a penalty. Draw will be to Gower's right once everything is done. Keith Groom still talking with the referee. And whatever explanation he got, he didn't like. But he's done arguing his case because he's not going to win. Again, draw to the right of Gower. Won by Ravenwood. They tried to clear it, went off a station camp stick and stayed in the zone. Shot from the right point, knocked down by a stick. Anthony Maltese clearing the puck away from Gracie Clark. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up. They're back at even strength. And they have the puck out at center. Here's Oliver Lutz, left wing side of the station camp zone. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Went off the stick of Gavin Cole and ended up in Watson's glove. Draw is going to be to Watson's left. Won by Ravenwood, but a pass to the left point went off the boards, and now here's Merritt Freeman bringing it into the Ravenwood zone. Tried to pass to the slot down to Mario, but Cannon Kaiser there to knock the puck away. Still in the zone, has to be cleared out by Camden Greenspan, but it was knocked down right at the blue line by Dom DeMaria, brought back in by Merritt Freeman, chipping it down into the left wing corner. Anthony Maltese backhanding it around the boards to the far side. Now Merritt Freeman comes out in front, tries to stuff it in. Gower making the save. Puck still loose. Gracie Clark couldn't get a stick on it, and it's cleared out of the zone by the Raptors. As Gower has to back away from Freeman, who's just now getting back to his feet. Puck dumped back into the Ravenwood zone from center by Mikey Bernier. Gavin Cole has it taken away at the left half wall by Camden Greenspan, who tried to clear, held in by Peyton Brogdon. Toby Mahaffey with a shot in the left circle off the right leg pad of Gower. He puts it out in front from the inboards. It's stolen away and cleared out by Greenspan. Sent back in by Station Camp, but Mahaffey has to get back on side, and he does. Puck on the near side. Maltese trying to clear it out. Went off of Bryant Waddell and stayed in the zone. Went off of his left hand and stayed in the zone. Then it trickles out. Now it's brought back in by Waddell on the right wing side. A backhander turned away by Gower. And a shot from the bottom of the left circle, and Gregory missed the net to the right of Gower. And where did the puck go? Oh, it ended up in Gower's left leg pad. Ended up in his left leg pad between his shin and the back of the pad. So that's why we had the whistle. 96 seconds to go in the second. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. Draw be to Gower's left. Puck out in front of the net. And Gower has it covered at his left-hand post as Timo Holland gave Patrick Atmore a shove, and Atmore shoved him right back. It's now 7-1 NBA over at Mount Juliet over on Rink A. Is there a chance that game finishes before this one because of it ending up on the running clock if it gets to that point? Atmore and Holland are both going to be sent to the box. Roughing against each. Stay 5-on-5 with 89 seconds to go in the period, and Ravenwood up 3-0. Draw is going to be to Gower's left. Draw won by Ravenwood, but given away. Here's Merritt Freeman, bottom of the right circle. Fires it across the front of the net. Puck rolling in its edge in the left circle, picked up by Lucas Voiles, handed off to Brent Friedman. Tried to pass it ahead, went off his stick, and now Station Camp in control. Here is Toby Mahaffey going all the way back into his own zone, behind his own net. Being chased, I think, by Moffitt. As we've entered the final minute of the second. Yes, it is Moffitt chasing him around, and now Mahaffey still has the puck. Now he passes it ahead to Freeman. Freeman at center on the far side, passing it ahead to Waddell inside the Ravenwood zone. Is it taken away by Brady Freeman, who backhands it up the far side off the top of the dasher. Stays in play out at center. McLean Gregory passing it back. And now it's sent back into the Ravenwood zone. It went off the near boards and deep in the zone for an icing. That was Mikey Bernier trying to pass it off. He commits the icing. 28 seconds exactly to go in the second. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to the right of Britton Watson, won by Station Camp. They have the puck at center. Sent into the Ravenwood zone, but it's going to be another icing. I think it was Andrew Grooms trying to pass it up to Merritt Freeman, but it missed him. It goes for another icing. So they'll drop it to Watson's right again. Station Camp with it at center is Merritt Freeman on the near side. Brings the puck into the Ravenwood zone, falls over. Now it's back in the Ravenwood zone, but Freeman has to get back on side. Brady Friedman with it. He'll bank it off the near boards back to center, and time's going to run out on the second. Dane Kramer with a hit on Aryan Patnaik, but they both get up and skate away. Keaton Moffitt scoring 2 goals in a span of exactly 4 minutes, with the first one being just 39 seconds into this second period. And Ravenwood now leads Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 3-0 after 2. The Raptors 14 minutes away from winning the GNASH Cup regular season championship. I'll be back in a few seconds with the start of the third. But if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, we're going to go ahead and take you to the start of the third period. Ready to start the third and final period of this one. Britton Watson still in goal for Station Camp. Colin Gower is still in goal for Ravenwood. This third and final period, Ravenwood will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. Again, I am standing behind and to the right of the net that Station Camp will defend for this third period. Bleachers side to my left is the far side. Benches side to my right is the near side. Ravenwood 14 minutes away from winning the GNASH Cup, leading 3-0. Nolensville 14 minutes away from clinching a Predators Cup berth. Ravenwood have to win for that to happen. Puck deep in the Ravenwood zone off the opening faceoff. And it looked like it was going to drift out to center. Yes, it is going to be brought out. Oh, Ravenwood player brought down as he was bringing the puck out of the zone. Shot inside the Station Camp end, misses the net to the left of Watson. That shot coming from Lucas Voiles was Cannon Kaiser brought down at center. And it's Toby Mahaffey being sent to the box for tripping. So Ravenwood back to the power play, up 3-0 with 13:28 to go in this one. It's now 9-1 NBA over Mount Juliet over on Rink A. So, yeah, that one's definitely going to finish on the running clock. Dom DeMaria trying to clear the puck out, and he does. Merritt Freeman catches up to it at center. Takes a shot as he got right to the front of the Ravenwood net. Turned away by Colin Gower, but he had Brady Friedman all over top of him, and now Friedman's going to go to the box, and there goes the power play for Ravenwood. Hooking. So we'll have 4-on-4 for a minute 40, 13:08 to go. Ravenwood up 3-0. Now Keith Grooms again talking with the officials. And that chat done. Draw's going to be to the right of Gower. Draw one by Ravenwood. Puck pinned up against the left wing corner kick plate. Raptors trying to bring it out, and they do. Brought into the station camp zone, but McLean Gregory takes it away from Keaton Moffitt in the slot. Tries to clear, it's intercepted. Held in, there's a shot. I think it was blocked by Freeman. It was Grady Ferdinand with a shot, and I guess his stick broke because he dropped it. And he is going back to the bench to change, for a change. Puck back in the station camp zone. McLean Gregory with it. Oh, but he has it taken away. Here's Farrell in front. Oh, he couldn't get the shot away. Very softly taps it on goal. Watson stops and covers. 58 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. 12:26 to go in the game. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. Draws to Watson's right. One by Station Camp. Dom DeMaria passes over to the far side, and Merritt Freeman. Freeman inside the Ravenwood zone as the puck taken away. Now it's brought back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side and fired past the net to the right of Watson by Cooper Friedman. A minute left in the penalty against Ravenwood. Mikey Bernier passing the puck to center, clearing the puck to center. Ravenwood had possession for a moment, and they dump it back into the Station Camp zone. It's in the right wing corner. Freeman will get to it. Under 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Mikey Bernier with the puck now on the near side. Sends it across to the far side at center. Brought back into the Ravenwood zone, and a shot from the left wing boards, and Andrew Grooms blockered up into the air by Colin Gower. Under 30 seconds left in the penalty against Ravenwood. And I'm not sure why we got a whistle there. Some type of violation against Ravenwood. I guess either a hand pass or maybe it was played with a high stick. 7 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 11:35 to go in the game. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. Draws to the left of Gower. Ravenwood with it. Puck up against the near boards. Penalty time against Station Camp is up, and they're now on the power play for 20 seconds. Puck in the right wing corner. Toby Mahaffey at the end boards. Pressed against them. Ravenwood with it. And they'll bring it out to center. And a shot on goal from center turned away by Watson. Stayed on the ice. That was Oliver Lutz taking that shot. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up. They're back at even strength. Puck on the far boards. Here's Dom DeMaria passing it to the near side, and Andrew Grooms. Grooms right wing side of the Ravenwood zone, taking a shot. Blocked. Toby Freeman on the follow-up of the shot. Toby Mahaffey on the follow-up. His shot stopped by Gower. Now back the other way. Come Ravenwood. Here's a good chance. A shot, score. It's Brady Friedman. Holland found Friedman in the left circle, and Friedman fires it through the legs of Watson into the back of the net, and it is 4-0 Ravenwood with 10:38 to go. And that should be all she wrote as far as this one goes. And Ravenwood going to be carrying the GNASH Cup home at the end of this one. And Britton Watson is pulled from the net and taking his place, making his first GNASH appearance in over a year, Miller Campbell. Campbell's 2024-2025 season ended with an ACL tear that he sustained during travel play. He missed the rest of last season, but he is making his first appearance in over a year. It's great to see him back in the crease. Ravenwood dumped the puck into the Station Camp zone. Shout out to Nolensville. Charlie Bonnet walking by. 10-20 away from a Preds Cup berth. Charlie and Jackson Malleus Mayer, 10-20 away from a Preds Cup berth for Nolensville. And a big hit in the left wing corner of the Station Camp zone. Arian Patnaik, I think, knocked down by Toby Mahaffey. And we're going to have a penalty. No, I think they just blew the whistle because Potnaik was down on his back. I guess they didn't want him getting stepped on or – okay, nope, Mahaffey is going to go to the box. Wonder why he wasn't going over there right away. Roughing, I think, the call. So Ravenwood back to the power play up 4-0 with 10:10 to go. Draw to the right of Miller Campbell. One by Ravenwood. Shot in the left circle, and Jake Farrell blocked. And dumped all the way down into this Ravenwood zone. Now brought back in by the Raptors. Now the puck put out in front of a shot. Blockered away by Campbell. That was Jake Farrell shooting from the left edge of the slot. So Campbell makes his first save in over a year. Mikey Bernier fires the puck out to center, but it hit a Ravenwood player. It hit Brady Freeman. But Patrick Atmore able to take the puck, bring it into the Ravenwood zone, fire off a shot from the right wing, stopped and covered up by Gower. And then Atmore got thrown into the boards by Farrell. 70 seconds to go on the power play, 9:20 Ravenwood. Keith Grooms yelling at the officials. He's mad. Oh, unsportsmanlike conduct called against Grooms. Not happy that there was no penalty on the hit to Atmore. Keith Grooms in between his stints. He was head coach for Mount Juliet Wilson Central. Won the Hein Cup in 2013-14. Was dismissed halfway through the 2014-15 season. He was an official between that head coaching stint and this head coaching stint. Took over the Station Camp Liberty Creek team last season. Peyton Brogdon is going to serve the unsportsmanlike conduct. So Ravenwood now on a 5-on-3 for 70 seconds. Again, 9:20 to go. They're up 4-0. And the puck is going to be dropped inside the Station Camp zone to Miller Campbell's left. Draw one by Station Camp. Merritt Freeman backhanding it out to center. Into the Ravenwood zone. Minute left in the 5-on-3. Cannon Kaiser will catch up to it. Passes over to the far side. Brought into the Station Camp zone. Dom DeMaria pushing Grady Fernan off the puck. Passes up to the right point. Now pass across to the right circle, stopped by Campbell. Passed over to Keaton Moffitt, who got off a one-timer, but Campbell got across in time to make the stop. Under 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as the puck was sent all the way back down into the Ravenwood zone. Puck brought back into the Station Camp end. There is now 1 minute left in the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Keith Grooms. Puck on the left wing side. Brady Friedman, past the slot. Shot stopped by Campbell. That was from Lucas Voiles, and the puck cleared out by Dom DeMaria. The 5-on-3 is up, and then the other, Tommy Mahaffey with a shot. Gloved and held on to by Gower. DeMaria found Mahaffey at center. Flipped the puck ahead to him. Mahaffey was all alone, got right to the front of the net, got off a shot that was gloved and held on to by Gower. 5-on-3 against Station Camp is up. It's now a 5-on-4 for 39 seconds. 8 minutes left. 4-0 Ravenwood draws to Gower's left. Gavin Cole with a shot from the left point that misses the net to the left of Gower. And now Patrick Atmore with a shot from the right point that's turned away by Gower. 25 seconds left of the 5-on-4 for Ravenwood. Here is McLean Gregory with a shot in the left circle, blocked away by Gower. Puck is behind the net. Mahaffey pushing Ravenwood player into the board. Puck put out in front, and it misses the net. Went across the front of the net. That was Gregory with a redirect, McLean Gregory. And now Ravenwood will bring the puck to center. It's 3-on-1. Brought into the station camp zone, and a shot in the right circle. Turned away by Campbell. Had to put his hands up in front of his face. Over, they score! Ravenwood score anyway. Lucas Voiles from the left half wall, shooting it into a wide open net. Campbell wasn't paying attention. The 5-on-4 expired, so that was an even strength goal. And it is now 5-0 Ravenwood with 7:16 to go. Ravenwood win the draw, bringing it into the station camp zone again. Dom DeMaria, near side, pushing Oliver Lutz into the boards. Lutz with the puck. Hands it off. Fernand trying to send it to the net in the bottom of the left circle that was broken up. Now a shot from the, or just below the left point, stopped and covered up by Campbell. It was from Timo Holland. Remember, it was these two who met on the next to last night of the regular season last year with the last Preds Cup spot at stake. Ravenwood beat Station Camp, I think, 5-1 to hand that final spot to the Outlaws. It was between the Outlaws and Station Camp to tie the game or win it to get that last spot. Instead, because Station Camp lost, the Outlaws got that final Preds Cup spot on goal difference because they and Station Camp tied in their one regular season meeting. Puck deep in the Ravenwood zone. Draw was to the right of Campbell. And now the puck being brought through center back into the Ravenwood zone. Puck on the near side boards. Cleared out by Bryant Waddell. Now Dane Kramer trying to bring it into the Ravenwood zone, and it poked off his stick. Raptors with a puck. Brought back into the station camp zone. Puck going towards the left wing corner. Fired around the wall by Andrew Grooms and out. No, actually held in at the right point, and then a shot would have gone over the net, but Campbell stuck up his glove to knock it down. That was Lucas O'Leary with that shot. He's chasing the puck at center. Dom DeMaria takes it away inside the Ravenwood zone. Puck comes to the front of the net. McLean Gregory whiffs on it. And now the Raptors have it at center. Dump back into the station camp zone. Dom Reitz sending it around to the far side. Bryant Waddell tried to clear it out. Intercepted inside the blue line by Aryan Patnaik. Here's Robert Longard passing it up to the right point. Held in by Lucas O'Leary. Longard on the right half wall. Could not get the puck around Bryant Waddell and catch up to it. Puck was held in at the right point. O'Leary's shot blocked. Comes to Dom Reitz, who's going to clear it down ice. No icing, though, because it is grabbed by the Raptors inside their own zone. Puck brought back into the station camp end on the left wing side, and a soft shot sent to the front of the net, stopped and covered up by Campbell. That is from Longard. 4:52 to go. 5-0 Ravenwood. Is now, good God, it's 12-1 NBA over Mount Juliet. Jeez. Draws to the right of Campbell. Won by Ravenwood, and a shot. Oh, leaked through Campbell, but he kept it away. It was about to slide across the goal line. No, it was not a goal, Jake. I can tell you that. That puck did not go over the line. At the other end, Toby Mahaffey with a shot stopped by Gower. Jake Farrell took a shot that leaked through Campbell's legs. It stopped in front of the goal line. It did not go in. Campbell kept it out. At the other end, Gower making a save on Freeman as he carried it to the front of the net and covers. But, yeah, Jake, if you're listening back, it was not a goal, man. It was not a goal. He stopped it right. It leaked through his leg right in front of the goal line. He was able to keep it out. I would not be shocked if he started Station Camp's regular season finale against Franklin. The problem is, well, I'm talking as if we're still going to play on Monday. It's going to be a penalty called against Lucas Voiles. Okay. I didn't see that. So Station Camp on the power play down 5-0 with 4:25 to go. Draw to the right of Colin Gower. Freeman tried to go to the front of the net, had the puck taken away. And a clear hit off of a Ravenwood player on their bench, so they blow the whistle for that. I'm talking like Monday's games are still going to happen on Monday. If games have to be rescheduled, if Station Camp loses this game, if the games have to be rescheduled and the Ensworth JP2 game takes place before the Franklin Station Camp game, if Ensworth win that game, that's it. Well, actually, no, that would not be it if Father Ryan loses to Hendersonville on Friday. If Father Ryan loses to Hendersonville on Friday, Station Camp could still get the last Preds Cup spot if they beat Franklin. There's a shot from Toby Mahaffey, blockered away by Gower. And now there's a battle. Toby Mahaffey battling with a Ravenwood player behind the Ravenwood net, and referee standing near it blows the whistle for it. So now, if Station Camp lose this game, Father Ryan only need to tie Hendersonville on Friday to clinch a Preds Cup berth. That would leave one berth left. Mahaffey going to the box, along with Cannon Kaiser. So it'll stay 5-on-4. 77 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. 3:42 to go in the game. 5-0 Ravenwood. What was the penalty against Lucas Voiles? Hooking. Draws to the right of Campbell. So if Station Camp loses this game, Father Ryan just need a tie with Hendersonville on Friday to clinch a Preds Cup berth. And then if Ensworth beat JP2 before Franklin and Station Camp face each other, then Ensworth would clinch that last Preds Cup berth, and that would be all she wrote. Here's Merritt Freeman at center, bringing the puck back into the Ravenwood zone. Has to go to the end boards and costs up the puck. And the Raptors will clear it out. Under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Andrew Groom's pushed down inside his own zone, and there's going to be a penalty. There's going to be a penalty against Ravenwood, another one. So now Station Camp are going to have a 5-on-3. It's a roughing call, and who's it against? I haven't put it up on the board yet. It's R.M. Potnaik. How many penalties is that against Potnaik? So Station Camp now on a 5-on-3 for 39 seconds. 3:04 to go. They're trailing 5-0. Draws to the right of Colin Gower. And there's a shot from McLean Gregory near the left-hand side of the net, and he fires it past the net to the right of Gower. 25 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Merritt Freeman with a shot in the blue line. Stopped by Gower. And now McLean Gregory. Oh, and the slot with a shot turned away by Gower, and then DeMaria banks the puck off of Gower at the right-hand side of the net, trying to stuff it in. Puck on the far side, still inside the Ravenwood zone. 5-on-3 is up. Now it's a 5-on-4 for 81 seconds as Ravenwood able to bring the puck out to center. Grady Fernand getting twisted down. Here's Brian Waddell with a shot inside the Ravenwood zone, blocked. Now the puck brought back into the Station Camp zone by Jake Farrell. Has it taken away? Minute left in the 5-on-4 for Station Camp. Gavin Cole at center brings the puck back into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Puts it out in front. But Gregory with a redirect, I think, went across the front of the net. And Puck ended up being cleared down ice into the station camp bench. 47 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Minute 51 to go in the game. 5-0 Ravenwood. Draws to the left of Gower. One by Station Camp, and a shot from Mikey Bernier hit the outside of the post to the left of Gower. And Ravenwood will bring the puck to center. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-4 for the Bison. Puck brought back into the Station Camp zone, and it's sent on goal by, I think, Timo Holland. Stopped and covered up. Yes, it was Holland. Stopped and covered up by Campbell. Draw's going to be to Campbell's left. Draws to the left. I already said it was the left of Campbell. Won by Ravenwood. Puck kept in the zone on the near side. Up. We're going to have... Oh, okay. I guess it just went over the blue line and out. Was brought back in. And Patrick Atmore is being told to go to the penalty box. And I'm not sure what the call was because I had somebody blocking my way when the ref went to the scorekeeper to give it. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for 16 seconds, 80 seconds to go. Ravenwood up 5-0. Okay, unsportsmanlike conduct against Atmore. Miller Campbell will probably be allowed to take part in the playoffs for Station Camp. He'll have a waiver. It's surely been approved. Of course, you have to play in at least 5 regular season games, but if you are injured for most of the year, you can get in via a waiver. And he was hurt for most of the year, so Andrew Grooms with a puck, sending it up the far side. Back in the Station Camp zone, cleared out again. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up there on the power play for a minute 43 as we reach the final minute of the game. And a shot from the slot of the Ravenwood zone off of Gower and into the netting above the glass. I think it was Dom DeMaria. 56.9 seconds to go. As the NBA Mount Juliet game is final, 12-1 NBA win. And they are 56 seconds away from a Preds Cup berth. Andrew Grooms with a shot from the top of the left circle off the draw, gloved and held on to by Colin Gower. He'll drop it to his left again. Correction, it should be to his right because the shot was from the top of the left circle. Okay, never mind. They're going to drop it to his left. Puck out at center. Andrew Grooms with it. Oh, but he gives it away. Brought back into the Station Camp zone. And Grooms knocks down Potnaik, who falls over and causes Ian Murray to fall over top of him. As Merritt Freeman scores at the other end. Merritt Freeman fires the puck into the back of the net from the bottom of the left circle to get Station Camp on the board and make it 5-1 Ravenwood with 29.2 seconds to go. So there goes the shutout for Colin Gower. It was a shorthanded goal. 68 seconds left in the power play for Ravenwood. They win the draw, bring it into the Station Camp zone, and a shot gloved and held onto by Campbell. It was Brady Friedman with a shot from the right circle. Would have gone over the net, but Miller gloved it just to be safe. Draw's going to be to his left. Draw one by Ravenwood and a shot off of Campbell's left arm. That was from Friedman under a minute left in the power play. Puck cleared out of the zone by Station Camp. Ravenwood with it inside their own zone. Passed out to center, sent back the other way by Mikey Bernier. On goal, stopped by Gower, and that's it. The Ravenwood Raptors are the 2025-2026 GNASH Cup regular season champions. Their 5th GNASH Cup title ties them with NBA for second most all time, one behind Brentwood, who are the record holders. And it also means that Nolensville and Montgomery Bell are Predators Cup bound, and there are now 2, count them, 2 Preds Cup berths remaining. Let me just type these scores out. So Mount Juliet will be the 5 seed for the Henry Hine Cup with that loss. So 3 playoff seeds have been grabbed. Ravenwood by winning the GNASH Cup, and the GNASH Cup is here. Kevin Bond, the commissioner, with it. So Ravenwood have won it for a 5th time. So Zamboni wants to get on the ice and give it a fresh cut, but Kevin Bond wanting them to take a picture in front of the net. Meanwhile, Reese McKenzie is taking a picture with Peyton Brogdon. So she'll have to take that picture and then skate on over for the team photo. There's Ravenwood actually taking the cup last year when Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb won it. I'm not sure, I don't remember who the captain was, but the cup was sitting on top of the dasher boards at the Ensworth bench, and they just skated away from it. Kevin Hagan brought the cup along, and he ended up having to take it home, take it back with him. And Kevin Bond has the cup with him. And Merritt Freeman asking one of the Ravenwood players if he could take a picture with him, I think. So he's hanging around. Well, just a couple more things to send out. All right, just one more thing to send out. All right. I think I've sent. Yeah, I sent out everything. Okay. So the goal scorers in this one: Merritt Freeman with the only goal for Station Camp, and for Ravenwood, 2 goals from Keaton Moffitt. The others came from Jake Farrell, Lucas Voiles, and Brady Freeman. Keaton Moffitt is going to be our player of the game. And very quickly, before we do anything else, I want to send a shout out to Debbie Manderson, who is Keaton Moffitt's maternal grandmother. She listens to the broadcast while watching on Live Barn. Your son is a hell of a player, Ms. Manderson. He is a hell of a player, and I'm glad he's going to be around for one more year. Because this Ravenwood team, they're losing quite a bit of talent. They're losing Brady Friedman, Grady Fernand, Timo Holland, Jake Farrell, Anthony Maltese, and Lucas O'Leary. Those guys are all gone at the end of the season, but Keaton's going to be around for one more year, and he's a joy to watch. He is one of the absolute best players in the league. One of the absolute best players in the whole league. But yeah, thank you for listening. And congratulations to your grandson, because his first goal, 39 seconds in the second period, ended up being the game winner. Since Merritt Freeman scored at the very end of the game, Keaton's first goal is now the GNASH Cup winning goal. So, hey. Okay, so here are the final scores from tonight. Nolensville beat JP2MLK GCS 9-5. Ravenwood beat Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian 5-1. And MBA beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon 12-1. So here are the standings with those games in the books. Ravenwood win the 2025-2026 GNASH Cup regular season championship. They finished the regular season with a record of 11-3-1 on 23 points. Nobody else can catch that number. Page Summit, Hendersonville, MBA, and Franklin are all now 9-3-2. They all have one game left. And if they all win their remaining game, they'll all finish 10-3-2, and I believe the order is going to go like this. Page would be ahead. It would come down to head-to-head. Page would be ahead of Hendersonville. MBA third, Franklin fourth. And how that would go on head-to-head, both Page and Hendersonville knocked off 4 points in head-to-head between all these teams. Page beat Hendersonville, tied with Franklin and Ravenwood. No, correction. Ravenwood wouldn't be a part of this. Page beat Hendersonville. No, wait. No. Hendersonville are ahead. Hendersonville have collected 4 points out of this. They've beaten Franklin and MBA while losing to Page. Page only have 3 points. They beat Hendersonville, but their only other point was a tie with Franklin. MBA beat Page, tied with Franklin. Oh boy. And Franklin tied with Page and MBA. I think that's how that would go. Nolensville, their regular season is done. They finish 8-4-3. Father Ryan 9-5-0. Ainsworth Lipscomb CPA. still in 8th at 8-5-1. Station Camp, Liberty Creek, Nashville Christian after the loss tonight, 8-6-0. Independent Centennial 5-7-2. The Tennessee Outlaws and JP2 and Buckeye GCS both 4-8-2. The Outlaws ahead of JP2 because they beat the snot out of them 2 weeks ago tonight, 11-3. I'm still baffled by that final. I thought that would have been a close game. Outlaws beating JP2 11-3. I never saw that coming in a million years. Mount Juliet, Wilson Central Lebanon finished the regular season 4-11-1. They will be the 5 seed for the Henry Hine Cup. Clarksville Kings, their regular season is over, 3-12-0. They cannot surpass Mount Juliet. And like I said, even if Brentwood beat the Rampage in that regular season game, that one regular season game that Brentwood have left, and it's the last one for the Rampage as well, Brentwood would get to 8 points, but they would have 8 points from 3 wins and 2 ties. Mount Juliet have 8 points from 4 wins. The first tiebreaker is who's won more games. Brentwood 2-10-2, and the Rampage 1-12-1. Okay. 7 teams have been confirmed for the Hine Cup. Indy Centennial, the Outlaws, JP2, Mount Juliet, Clarksville, Brentwood, and the Rampage. 6 Preds Cup berths have been clinched. Ravenwood, Hendersonville, Page, MBA, Franklin, and Nolensville. There's one game left this week. Father Ryan against Hendersonville. Hopefully that game gets in before the weather comes in. I know they're talking about late Friday night. That game will be on the Terry Crispring in Bellevue, 6:45. It's senior night for Hendersonville. It's the regular season finale for both teams, Father Ryan and Hendersonville. We're going to try and do that one pregame at 6:40. Puck drop 6:45-ish. Again, senior night for Hendersonville, and I think they got a lot of seniors on the team this year. If that game ends in a tie, Father Ryan clinch a Preds Cup berth. And then there would be one berth left. And then if Ensworth beat JP2 before the Franklin Station Camp game takes place, Ensworth would grab the last Preds Cup spot, and Station Camp, in the most Icarus fashion of all, would end up in a Hine Cup spot. And they would be the Hine Cup 1 seed. Whoever misses out in the Preds Cup between these 3 teams will be the Hine Cup 1 seed. Because whoever finishes 9th is too far ahead for Independent Centennial to catch. Now if Andersonville win on Friday, then 2 Preds Cup berths would still be at stake. Because Father Ryan would still be sitting on 18 points. Father Ryan would finish the regular season with a record of 9-6-0 from 18 points. Ensworth, by beating JP2, would leapfrog Father Ryan and get the second-to-last Preds Cup berth. And then if Station Camp beat Franklin, Station Camp would grab the last Preds Cup berth because both they and Father Ryan would finish the regular season 9-6-0. But Station Camp beat Father Ryan back on December the 3rd, 2-0. So since they both finished with 9 wins, that would go to the second tiebreaker head-to-head, and that's where Station Camp would win out over Father Ryan. So it is simple, but it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Okay, again, our final score tonight, Ravenwood 5, Station Camp Liberty Creek, Nashville Christian 1. Congratulations to James Gately and the Ravenwood Raptors, the 2025-2026 GNASH Cup regular season champions. Oh, man, what a season. Ravenwood got over the finish line, and now they're done, and their first playoff game is going to be sometime in the next few weeks. We'll see. I'm Michael Hackney. Thank you all so much for listening. Talk to you Friday night, if conditions are good at that point, and we'll stay that point for at least a few hours or so from Bellevue for Father Ryan and Hendersonville. Good night, everybody, from Centennial.